The brain hack. Scientists don't want you to know how 8 minutes of mindfulness can outperform Adderall. The human mind is remarkably malleable, yet most of us utilize merely a fraction of our cognitive potential. What if I told you that an ancient practice, now validated by cutting-edge neuroscience, could fundamentally restructure your neural pathways in just minutes per day? The information I'm about to share has been documented in prestigious journals like Nature Neuroscience and Science, yet remains criminally underutilized in our productivity-obsessed culture. You absolutely cannot afford to ignore these findings if optimal cognitive performance is essential to your academic or professional pursuits. By the conclusion of this brief exposition, you'll possess actionable knowledge that Harvard researchers have demonstrated can increase working memory capacity by up to 30%, a cognitive enhancement that pharmaceuticals simply cannot replicate without significant side effects. Mindfulness meditation fundamentally reconfigures the brain's default mode network, the neural system responsible for mind-wandering and self-referential thoughts. A seminal 2011 study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences demonstrated that just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice produced measurable changes in gray matter concentration in brain regions involved in learning, memory processing, and emotional regulation. The anterior cingulate cortex, crucial for self-regulation and attentional control, showed particularly significant enhancement. This neurological restructuring translates to measurable cognitive benefits. A 2013 meta-analysis in Clinical Psychology Review examining 209 studies found that mindfulness practitioners consistently outperformed control groups in tasks measuring sustained attention by an average of 27%. These attention improvements persisted even when participants were subjected to distracting stimuli or required to maintain focus for extended periods, precisely the cognitive challenges that characterize our modern work environment. The prefrontal cortex, our executive control center, exhibits enhanced connectivity with the amygdala following mindfulness training. This strengthened neural pathway allows practitioners to modulate emotional reactivity with unprecedented efficiency. A University of California study documented a 63% reduction in emotional reactivity among long-term meditators when presented with distressing stimuli, effectively neutralizing one of the primary cognitive disruptors in high-pressure situations. What particularly distinguishes mindfulness from pharmaceutical cognitive enhancers is its durability effect. While stimulant medications provide temporary focus enhancement during active blood plasma levels, longitudinal research indicates that mindfulness creates persistent structural alterations in neural architecture. Participants in a 2015 Massachusetts General Hospital study retained significant gray matter density increases 4 months after concluding formal training. Have you considered how this cumulative effect might compound over years of consistent practice? The cognitive flexibility dimension perhaps represents mindfulness's most profound application for knowledge workers. Contemporary professional environments demand rapid context switching and creative problem solving, precisely the cognitive domains enhanced by meditation. A 2014 study in Psychological Science demonstrated that mindfulness practitioners demonstrated superior cognitive flexibility on the Stroop test and Wisconsin card sorting task, outperforming non-meditators by 32% and 24% respectively. Science now confirms what contemplative traditions have maintained for millennia. Our attention represents our most valuable cognitive resource, and mindfulness meditation constitutes the most empirically validated method for its cultivation. The neuroplastic changes induced through consistent practice create cognitive resilience that fundamentally transforms information processing capacity. To implement these findings effectively, begin with just 8 minutes of focused attention meditation daily. Direct complete awareness to your breathing sensations, and when mind wandering inevitably occurs, gently redirect attention without self-judgment. This seemingly simple exercise activates the precise neural mechanisms that strengthen attentional networks while simultaneously reducing default mode network activity. Remember these crucial insights. Mindfulness meditation physically restructures your brain, significantly enhances working memory capacity, improves emotional regulation, and develops cognitive flexibility in ways that pharmaceutical interventions cannot replicate. Most importantly, these benefits accumulate and persist, creating compound cognitive returns on your temporal investment. If you found this evidence-based approach to cognitive enhancement valuable, ensure you subscribe and activate notifications to access my forthcoming analysis of flow state neurochemistry. Share this video with colleagues struggling with attention management. The research indicates they stand to benefit most dramatically. I'm particularly interested in your implementation experiences, so detail your cognitive observations after 1 week of practice in the comments section. For comprehensive understanding of these cognitive mechanisms, explore my related videos on neuroplasticity fundamentals, optimal learning state physiology, and attentional network training protocols. The empirical evidence is unequivocal. Conscious attention deployment represents the fundamental cognitive skill of our era, and mindfulness meditation constitutes its most rigorous training methodology.